Have you ever thought about what you'd say to your 25-year-old self? I mean, really thought about that thing because I was thinking about that thing. If I could go back in time to come face to face with her, 25-year-old me, I think the first thing I'd probably do is give her the biggest hug ever. I mean, the biggest hug ever, because she made it. She made it, and I'd let her know that. I'd tell her that she made it and that I was so proud of her for staying strong and making it. But then I would sit her down for a cup of coffee, look at her in her big, beautiful eyes, and let her know that she's not going to believe this, but half of the stuff she's losing sleep over, half of the things she's stressing about will not matter nearly as much as she thinks it will. And then, because I know me, she's going to be like, well, what things? And I tell her this, and who knows, you may need these reminders too. So the first thing I tell my 25-year-old self is that the one perfect career path just doesn't exist. Because at 25, I thought I needed to have my entire career mapped out to know exactly where I was going to be by 30. Newsflash, did not work. But life doesn't work like that. So that's why it didn't work. Because our path twists and turns, right? And sometimes does a big old loop. And guess what? That's where all the best stories come from. So hang in there and walk your own path, even if it gets tough. The second thing I tell her is always having it together all the time is a lie, a big old lie. Because the pressure to always look polished and act like you've got it all figured out and be picture perfect is a lie. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has their act fully together. Even those who seem like they do. Not then, not now, not ever, because life's messy and that's okay. The third thing I tell my 25-year-old self is that the opinions of people who don't really matter doesn't matter. Y'all, I can't get back the hours I spent worrying about what someone I barely knew thought of me when I was younger. But I can say this though, what truly matters now is how you feel about yourself and how you treat the people you love. That's all that matters. The rest is all noise, so embrace the silence. And the last thing I tell my 25-year-old self is that being behind on the timeline is a lie. Because at 25, I kept comparing my life to everyone else's. Marriages, the kids, their houses, the travel capabilities, their promotions, etc. I honestly thought I was falling behind, but here's what I did not understand at that time in my young life. We're all on our own timelines, and comparing paths is like comparing apples to oranges. Now, they both are healthy, yes, but the seeds are different and so is the fruits. Oh, that is so good. Long story short, every time you felt like you weren't enough, every mistake that made you cringe, every late night spiral over whether you're doing it right or not, keep in mind that you were human and you were learning. You're human, you're learning. You were also doing the best you could, and that's what matters most. So my friends, let this gentle nudge give you or your younger self and your current self some grace, because I don't think we realize that perspective is a gift you earn over time. But you can give yourself compassion right now in this moment, right now. So in the meantime, let me know, what's one thing you tell your 25-year-old self to stop stressing about and why? Drop me a comment below and let me know, because I love to hear from you. And P.S., today's mantra, before I forget, I want you to say, I am worthy of love, growth, and joy, just as I am. Write it down, tape it to your mirror, and soak in that thing, soak in it, really feel it. And don't forget to check out today's newsletter, The Worries You'll Laugh About Later, for this week's newest affirmation. The link is in the description box below, so check that out. In the meantime, I am KD Gates, and this is the place where I help women like you and me become the best people that we can be. If that is your vibe, subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.